Hi guys, what's going on? It's JB here with another review of last night's Burnley against Manchester United. Um, what can I say? It will be a rant tonight, another rant tonight, but it's not going to be about Burnley, to be honest with you. In fact, I want to just say, well played Burnley last night. Deserved more and more than what we got. Deserved a lot more than what we got last night, which I'm going to hit at in a minute or two because there was some very dodgy tactics going on with Manchester United. But I'd like to say from the 0-1 to 11, I thought Burnley were fantastic last night. And despite us, being pegged back to 2-2 with some really controversial, some iffy cheating and iffy refereeing in favour of Manchester United, I thought we did magnificently well. And Sean and the boys, well done. Well done. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Absolutely fucking proud of you because you try to rise above everything that all those dirty tricks that Manchester United were doing, and you try to rise above it, and I like that. And great, good on you. But Barnes had an excellent game. I thought Wood had an excellent game. I thought the back four and Tom had a fantastic match. I thought they all played brilliantly to a man. Which is more than I can say about Manchester United. Statistically and financially, they should be murdering us really on the field of play. But, I didn't see any team ethic in them. I didn't see any cohesion. I didn't see any desire and will to win. And the only way they were going to break us down was by trying to win a penalty. And this is where I'm going to start ranting now. But I just want to say, Burnley, fantastic. We play fantastic. We should have had all 3 points. But I'm going to touch on why we didn't get all 3 points right now. And it's thanks to 2 people in particular. One, the referee, John Moss, who just has it in for Burnley anyway, full fucking stop. And I'll go into him in a moment. But I want to talk about Jesse Lingard. Jesse Lingard, right? I'm angry because I'm angry at Jesse Lingard now. A lot of United fans think it's a penalty. No, not for me. If that's a penalty, then I'm fucking Mother Teresa, right? Let's get that straight, right? We're 2 up by then. We've scored. Barnes scored, and then Wood doubled the lead after 81 minutes. And we're thinking, and I'm commentating on this game, and I'm thinking, oh great, we're on target here. First win since '62, and I'm going Christmas, birthdays, New Year's days, and all that sort of thing. And I'm thinking, because even at Manchester United, when you go 2 up at that late stage in the game, you would think that the game's won. Because I couldn't see Burnley conceding a goal. The back four, I thought Barsley, Tarks, me, and Taylor all had magnificent games. Not to mention Tom behind him, who were playing out of his skin. So the back four were just stopping everything that Manchester United threw at them. And to be fair, we earned that 2-goal lead, and we didn't earn it by trying to cheat. We didn't earn it by trying to be in the referee's good books. We did it by playing football and being tactically savvy than Manchester United. Now, on paper, we're not as good as Manchester United on paper, but as the old adage goes, when has paper won a football match or decided a football match? Never. So we're 2 up and looking good, and we're all dreaming. Every Burnley fan from here to eternity is dreaming of a first win over United since '62, and more in 1962. And more importantly than that, 3 points that would have helped us a bit more in that relegation battle. I think it would have took us about 4 points going out. Would have took us 6 clear of the relegation zone with Southampton, and if we could get, I'm thinking that the pressure would be a little bit off us for the Southampton game. Knowing that if we got a result against them as well, then I don't think we'd be troubled. But it all went wrong, and there were several reasons why I want to go on. First of all, Jesse Lingard. Great player. I'm not saying it. When he plays for England, I think he's a fantastic player. Don't get me wrong. He's a good player, does his best for England, and I don't think anyone can argue with that. Last night, though, he was a fucking disgrace. A disgrace to football, a disgrace to his profession, and a disgrace to himself because he tried to because he conned the referee, and he conned a fellow professional into fouling him and getting a penalty. Now that to me is a disgraceful piece of behaviour. First of all, I should also stress, Jeff Hendrick he didn't pull on his shirt. Just hang on a minute. There we go. First of all, Hendrick had his hand on his shoulder. Hardly pushing him at all. That was the only contact that was there. Right? So, first of all, let's get that straight. Then Lingard's feet are firmly planted in there. Right? Now, Hendrick takes his hand off his shoulders. Right? There's no push at all. He's got his hand on his shoulders. As soon as Hendrick's hand comes off Lingard's shoulders, he's like that. He's done a 6.5. He's done a freaking Tom Daly. He's conned the fucking referee. And the referee orders a penalty, which I think is a disgrace. I don't think referees should stand for that. I think the referees should have been stronger. John Moss is one of the poorest referees in this country. And Jesse Lingard should hang his head in shame. I think he should be fucking reprimanded for what he fucking did. I think he should be put on fucking report. I think he should be up in front of the FA for fucking cheating. Because the fucking man's a cunt for what he did last night. That was a disgraceful exhibition. You know, I hope, when Match of the Day comes on later this evening, no doubt Shearer and Rat will praise him for trying to win a penalty and all that crap. Because they all lick his arse. Well, I don't lick Jesse Lingard's arse because I think he's a fucking dickhead. I think he's a cheat. And I think he's an absolute liability to do that sort of thing. I don't care whether it's gamesmanship or trying to give him an advantage, but it was wrong. And this is the cancer that's spreading through football at the moment. Diving. Jesse Lingard is just one of several fucking big-time Charlies that does it week in, week out. He's a nonce, he's a dickhead, and he's a disgrace to the game for doing it. Not on. So United get a penalty under false pretences, and Pogba with his shameless, silly little run-up beats Tom Heaton and makes it 2-1. But if we'd held on and won the game, then I don't think I would have kicked up a fuss about Lingard's pathetic, dirty cheating as much as I am now, because this is where John Moss now comes into the conversation. Because first of all, he's made a bad decision in giving a penalty when it wasn't a penalty, because Lingard's obviously cheated, right, and he's conned the ref. So he's obviously made a bad decision. And then enter Martin Atkinson. We get to 90 minutes, and I'm commentating on this game, by the way, right? And with all due respect to Manchester United, and I've got a lot of respect to Manchester United as a football club, right? Let me just get that. I'm not here to slag off Manchester United, personally. I'm not here to slag off the fans of Manchester United. I'm just calling it as I'm seeing it right now. This video, okay? So it's not a dig at Manchester United. It's a dig at Jesse Lingard in particular, one of the players who quite clearly was a disgrace to his football club last night for cheating. Yeah, okay. And John Moss as well, because I thought he was very, very much United biased last night and a lot of his decisions, right? But then enter Martin Atkinson. Now I'm commentating on the game, right? And I'm thinking, to me, I've had a really good second half. I've done well. The commentary's flowed. There hasn't been too many stoppages. I hasn't had time for me to take a break to even read all the other scores that are coming in. So it's been a free-flowing second half, and I'm thinking, okay, 3 minutes. I can't see it being any more than 3 minutes, and if there is, there will be hell to pay. And to be honest with you, I was expecting Martin Atkinson to put 3 minutes, maybe 2 to 3 minutes at best. I couldn't see it being 4. I certainly couldn't see it being 5. But lo and behold, because it's at Old Trafford and the Manchester United team are losing, and again, it's no disrespect to Manchester United, obviously influenced by somewhere in Old Trafford or something like that, he thinks that 5 minutes is acceptable for time. I don't know. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't fucking literally believe he gave 5 minutes, because All those stoppages in the whole of the second half, I'm sorry, but that was 3 minutes at best. 3 minutes at best. And he gives 5. And I just think, why? Why? It just doesn't. To be bluntly honest, it just stunk. I just can't believe he gave 5 minutes. It got worse though. So after Pogba's an effort brilliantly saved by Tom, United get a corner. It's worked out, and then the balls go over to the far side, and Phil Jones is on the right hand side. He clearly, when he's controlling the ball, he's bringing the ball down. His hand is out, and it clearly hits him on the hand. Referee doesn't do fuck all about it. The ball then gets played back to the other cheat, Jesse Lingard, and then the cross comes in from the right hand side. First header is well saved from Heaton. I'm forgetting who got the header in. It was Sanchez, I think, who got the first header in. And then Lindelof follows in to equalise. But I think he's 2 yards offside. 2 yards offside. The assistant cannot even be asked to put his flag up when he's clearly 2 fucking yards offside. It's a joke. It's a bloody joke. So not only have we been allowed to lose a 2-goal lead, we've had to suffer the indignity of having a penalty that was given for for a cheat. Penalty that was given under false pretenses when Jesse Lingard clearly fucking conned the referee. To Martin Atkinson, where he got 5 minutes from. Did he book it out from the Manchester skyline or something? How the fuck do you come to the conclusion it's 5 minutes added on at the end? How the fuck can you do that? I just find it very, very hard to understand. To say I'm bitterly disappointed is unbelievable. And then the fact that Lindelof is about a yard offside, that pisses me off a bit. But I think. But at the end of the day, my fury is with more Jesse Lingard, for his stupid dive, which cost us a penalty under false pretenses and cost us potentially 2 points extra on top of the point we got. But again, I'm not being disrespectful to Manchester United, but when your players, if you're a Manchester United fan and you're seeing Jesse Lingard dabbing around trying to cheat and con the referee, you have to be ashamed of yourselves. If I saw any of my, right, I'll be honest with you. I'm a traditional football fan. I like to see the game played honestly. I don't like cheating. I don't like diving. That's the part of the game that should be cut out. I'll tell you what, if VAR was in there, it'd have fucking overruled. Burnley would have got that decision thanks to VAR, because that would have been fucking overruled. I'm telling you now. And Jesse Lingard would have got booked for diving and possibly bloody suspended as well and brought in front of a fucking committee where he should have been, as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, I'm going to finish on a positive. But I'm going to finish with Burnley. Despite all the stupidness from Jesse Lingard and the referee, Burnley were fantastic. And nobody can knock them for the way they went about it. I think a couple of Manchester United fans did us a very bad service. We got branded a bunch of thugs by one United fan, armchair United fan, by the way. I did another one on MUTV last night. I saw the clip on YouTube. Said we were a fucking rugby team. Well, I'll tell you something else, United fans. Some of you delusional United fans out there. We're not a fucking rugby team. We're a football team. And what you lot don't seem to fucking understand, you're uneducated in the game of football. Some of you, right? Some of you United fans. Financially, it was a freaking mismatch yesterday. Your team have had over £1 billion spent on it in the last 4 or 5 years. We've only had about £60 million spent on it in our entire history. which shows the gulf in how big the clubs actually are. Our biggest transfer fee is £15 million for Chris Wood. What's yours then? Oh, let me think. 89 million for a prima donna Paul Pogba, who just seems to be in it for himself, not for the team. And yet we played more like a team yesterday than you lot ever did. Fact. I appreciate the fact that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's come in and put the field goal factor back at Manchester United. They're a good club and they need to play good football. You know, Manchester United are a good club and I've got all due respect for them and for the history of the club. But yesterday, they were disgraceful. Certain players for United were disgraceful. And there's no getting away from that. And if one of our players had done what Jesse Lingard had done, I'd have been furious. I'd have been annoyed. Because I want the game to be played in an honest way. I'm sure every football fan would like to see that happening. And you know what? I can't wait for VAR to come in quickly enough. If we stay in the Premier League, hooker by bloody crook, I can't wait for VAR to come in. We might actually get some fucking decisions. You know? There you go. That's all I've got to say. Big up to Burnley. We should have had 3 points, but for two scumbags who colluded to somehow get United a penalty, which was never a penalty, and it led to them equalising, and then there was a clear handball and an offside goal as well, which they didn't deserve to get. So I'm angry at that, but I'm not angry with the way Burnley performed. But we outplayed them, we outmuscled them, we outdid them. We went 2 up, and we should have won the game. But thanks to John Moss and Jesse Lingard, that was never the case, was it? Never mind. But I hope you've enjoyed the video. As I said, this was not meant to disrespect Manchester United or the fans or whatever, but I had to get. I'm only saying what I think, so don't go onto my comment section and start slagging me off and saying I'm this, and I'm delusional, I'm this, and this. I watched the match. I commentated on the match. I'm a Burnley fan. Of course I'm going to defend my fucking team to the hilt. I'm going to do that. But you need to look at your player, Jesse Lingard. He's an absolute disgrace to the professional football, and a disgrace to your football club. Peace out. Alright, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you haven't subscribed, please do. We need the subscribers. We need to get. We're nearly at 550 peeps. We want to try and get to what I'd like to do by the summer. I want to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of the season. So 1,000 subscribers by the end of the season would be fantastic. If you want to, or please, if you want notifications about any new content, commentaries, videos like this, or FIFA videos coming out on the channel, or any quirky videos, because we're planning on doing some non-football videos to try and get some more females involved. So we're going to do things like offbeat news and things like that. Do something a bit funnier and do something a bit light-hearted. So if you want to be notified about any of our content, any of my channel's content, hit that bell button, and you'll get notifications first if you press the bell button. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Take care. I'll see you very soon. Bye bye.